in.
Tea up.
Oh, really? I don't remember ordering it.
No, well, you didn't, but Mr. Hunter thought it was about due. I was on my way home. There's nobody else to do it, so I thought I'd bring it through.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Diane.
Oh, dear me, you are snowed under, aren't you?
Mm. Yes, the book. Oh, it's been so long since I've started it, I've forgotten what it was about. I have to start all over again. New plot, new characters.
You want a new character? You want to take a look at my landlord?
Oh, yes, how are things on the domestic front? Are you winning?
Oh, we are. He doesn't stand a cat in hell's chance of getting me and Sharon out of there. I mean, we'd eat him for breakfast.
Yes, but he can make things very uncomfortable for you, though. Wouldn't it be better to cut your losses and try and find a new place?
Well, the point is, unfurnished flats are really hard to come by at the moment. I know, because I'm trying to find somewhere for Benny to live.
Oh, yes, of course, Mrs. Price. He's without a place now.
Well, he will be soon if we don't find him somewhere. I mean, he's there on his own. Everybody else has left.
Can't be much fun for him.
No. He's ever so worried. He started to hear things, and he's frightened. And then there was this premonition of his before Mrs. Price died.
Premonition? Go on.
Well, he's always been, like, you know, sensitive as Benny. He's always had a touch of the ESPs in a way, you know. Well, I don't know.
Really? I didn't know about that. I think that's fascinating.
Well, he isn't fascinated. He's frightened to death. Anyway, look, I've got to go, lover. I'll miss my bus. I'll see you later. Bye. Enjoy your tea. Thanks.
Come in.
Mrs. Hunter, Miss Sharon said there's the keys in the car. It's all right.
Benny, I was just thinking about you. Will you sit down for a second?
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind standing.
Listen, I want to talk to you, and I can't with you standing there. Just sit down for a minute. You see, I need your help with a book I'm writing. It's about extrasensory perception. Now, do you know what that is?
No, can I go now?
Oh, please, Benny, sit down. Would you like coffee or I can get you some tea?
No, it's all right, because I have something to drink in the cafeteria.
Oh, all right. Well, I won't keep you long. You see, Benny, you have a particular gift, and one that I'm very interested in. To you, perhaps it's, well, knowing something's going to happen before it happens. You know, seeing into people's minds,
Mrs. Hunter, I don't know anything about anything like that.
Oh, but you do, Benny, because Diane was telling me.
Well, she's got no right talking like that. I mean, it's all lies.
Oh, Benny,
look,
just
Mrs. Hunter, I can't help you because I don't know anything about books or seeing things or anything like that, honest.
Look, all I want you to do is just look at some cards for me. Just treat it like a game.
No. Look, I don't know anything like that. I mean, I was just teasing Miss Diane about Mrs. Price, that's all. There was no truth in any of it. It was all lies.
Only me.
Oh, hi.
Is Sharon about?
No, I'm afraid she's not.
No?
You missed her by about half an hour.
Ah. Did she say where?
No.
Oh. Or who with?
No.
Hmm.
It's not beyond the bounds of possibility that she might have gone by herself.
No, I hardly think...
Oh, well, we do, you know, we girls. I do it myself often.
Yeah, well, all the same. Died at anybody phone?
If you mean by anybody, Eddie, no.
Yeah, I suppose I do mean him. Seems to hold a strange fascination for her.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he seems to think so.
Well, he thinks every bird's got his name tattooed up their arms in hearts and flowers.
Yeah, I suppose modesty is not one of his most obvious handicaps.
Oh, goodness. Hang on.
Hello there, sunshine.
Were your ears burning?
Oh, yeah, subject of conversation, was I? Hello there, Ollie.
Evening.
So, where's Wonder Woman?
If you mean Sharon, she's out.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll hang about then.
There's a queue.
I jumped those, don't I? Hello.
Oh, this place is getting like the bull ring.
Wouldn't want you to die of thirst, would we? You told me about the water being turned off. It's simply dreadful.
All right, come in. You know everybody, don't you?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh.
Look, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, if we'd let you, eh?
Do you fancy a cup of coffee?
Oh, I doubt if it would go 4 ways.
Blimey, we're not going to have enough chairs left.
Business is perking up.
You just watch that.
Good evening, Mrs. Hunter.
Oh, hello, Mr. Dolman.
Well, well, well. Quite a little soiree. Can just anyone drop in? Or is it by invitation only?
Guess who I saw having breakfast this morning?
Adam Chance?
Right.
Let's not talk about who you saw having breakfast with this morning, shall we?
What's he doing here? I asked Paul Ross, and he said there was a certain uncertainty in the air and glided off. He loves mysteries.
Adam Chance returned a few weeks ago. He has now given in his notice, and it has been accepted.
I should think it would have.
He goes tomorrow.
And what did Daddy say about his coming back?
Daddy nearly had a heart attack at the very sight of him.
I should think he did.
So you see what you've done.
What?
Daddy was over the moon at the thought of Adam Chance going. But last night, you brought him down to earth again.
I thought you'd have been on my side.
I am on your side, darling, but I'm also on Daddy's side. Between the two of you, I'm getting a split personality.
Look, all Daddy has to do is to give me the shares in the motel and let me be what he's always telling me I'm not, a highly responsible girl. A director.
In the unlikely event that Daddy gives you what you're extorting, what do you propose to give him in return?
Great big hugs and total forgiveness.
I somehow think that Daddy won't think that that is a very good business bargain, and I don't believe for one moment your threat never to see him again if he doesn't toe the line.
Well, I know you don't, but what does he know?
Miranda, I do not approve of your taking advantage of your father's very real love for you. That is terrorism.
Well, you shouldn't have taught me so well how to terrorize him.
I don't think that he can give you what you're asking. Not as simply as that. It's not within his power. But he'll offer you something else, and when he does, remember he's doing it because he thinks it's for your own good. So trust him. Promise?
Since when have you trusted him yourself? No. No promise.
Well, in that case, I shall have to sit in on your nasty little conference. Would you like a drink? Mandy, could I have a large fizzy drink with a big bent straw for my young daughter here?
Yes, Mrs. Pollard.
And what is he going to offer me?
He wants you to return to Italy and take charge of the typing pool at the Villa Complex offices.
Well, then you had better sit in on our nasty little conference. Because someone ought to be around to pick up the pieces when he's insulted me with that. A directorship and nothing less. That is my position.
Then I don't know whose position is the more helpless. Yours or Daddy's?
Well, this is simply disgrace to my solicitor this morning. And he'll be
Di, just do what I tell you, all right? Just do what I say and I'll get a bit of old twinkle toes for you. Here, come on, here, pack it in, will you? Look, our hostess here, the lovely Di, has got a fantastic idea and we're all going to go along with it, all right? Over to Boozer for a few jars, last one in there pays.
Now,
come on,
listen.
Ollie, do something right for once, will you?
I am not leaving
That
this
can
wait
be
to
arranged.
see
Get them out there. Get them in. Don't be afraid to get them out. All right, get some double.
What the hell are you playing at?
You're not going anywhere, sunshine.
What do you mean?
Cinderella didn't get to the ball, remember?
Get off! Get off! What
I'm
are you doing?
lonely here on my own, so I like to have someone to talk to, you know what I mean?
Listen to me, you. I don't get messed about. I've got friends.
I can believe that. You're a very attractive person.
I've told you, I don't get messed about.
Good for you.
By anyone.
But I'm not just anyone, you see. Word has it, I'm rather special. Sit down. I'll say one thing for you. You're a good learner. Listen. Do you fancy a spot at GBH?
Look,
It can be arranged.
don't you threaten me.
Threat? It's a funny thing to say. No, this is a promise, word of honour. You've only got to give me the nod and you could end up in intensive care. Do you fancy that, do you? No, no. Well, I mean, some people do, don't they? You know, they can't go through life without a bit of aggro. Now, Di, Mrs. Hunter, she's just the opposite. She likes peace and quiet, to be left alone.
Look,
It's not asking a lot, is it?
I don't know what she's told you, Mr.
Eddie. Just plain Eddie to me, friends. And I'll tell you something, I'd like to number you amongst them. Dolly. Bit of a cheek, isn't it, eh? Me calling you Dolly on our first acquaintance.
People sometimes do.
Ah, yeah, but they're bad manners, aren't they? What is your first name?
Leo.
Ah, beautiful, isn't it, eh? You couldn't have done better. It's got a sort of kind of ring to it, hasn't it? Well, Leo, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you go through that door, back to the safety of your friends. Now, isn't that nice? Go on. Trottle off. Go on. You could be a nifty mover with a bit of effort. And Leo, no more aggro on my friend Di, all right?
Oh, no.
Life's too short, isn't it? Or it could be.
Oh, you're gonna laugh, ain't you, eh?
There's no point in beating about the bush. Are you or are you not going to make me a director of Crossroads? And don't say it isn't within your power to do so. Mother's tried that. They're your shares. You can do what you like with them.
My dear, I would never deprive you of your ambitions by citing inadequacy of power. But can you give me one good reason why I should indulge any further an excessively spoilt daughter?
You think I'm an idiot? Is that the opinion of your daughter?
Being an idiot has not impeded the appointment of most directors I know. Unfortunately, other idiots on the board of this motel could easily diddle you out of any shares you might have because of your complete inexperience.
But it's experience I'm after. The right to sit on the board.
And vote without knowing how to vote?
Well, you could tell me if a meeting came up.
Well, if I could tell you, why shouldn't I do it myself?
I am not going to run a typing pool in Italy.
Who suggested that you should?
Mother said so.
What on earth gave you that idea? Now sit down, Miranda, and read this. And then, since this family seems no longer to trust itself, sign it, then sign my copy, and I shall countersign.
I'm going to read or sign nothing except a certified document making me a director.
Well, that's exactly what this document says.
What? Daddy.
I must remind you that I am acting under duress, blackmail, that if I don't give you what you want, you will never let me see you again. Now, I am not used to being tyrannized, so I should sign that quickly before I change my mind. Good. Now, I shall countersign. There is your copy.
Kisses now?
One.
You know, you really shouldn't sulk at your age. Well, I'll see you both for breakfast tomorrow.
I'll consider it.
I think I'll just go and inspect the staff before an early night.
May I see that, please?
Of course.
What does this mean? Undertake to grant Miranda Pollard a directorship on the board of Crossroads with the approval of the remainder of the board, Barbara Hunter, David Hunter, and Jill Harvey.
It means subject to the approval of the rest of the board. And they will never give it.
And she will never forgive you.
Not me, them. I shall do everything in my power to fulfill my undertaking to Miranda in the certain knowledge that I have absolutely no hope of succeeding. The small print. Always read the small print.
The word subject is wasn't printed at all.
That's how small the print was.
Where's Dolly?
I've cut them up into little pieces in the waste bin. Here, listen. Yeah, we're all missing, are we?
Eh?
That head waiter, the smooth-talking friend of yours.
Yeah, if you mean Mr. Paul, the restaurant manager, he's gone back to the motel.
Oh, well, that's a pity, isn't it? Because he looked the sort of bloke who could pop a glass of bubbly for us.
So what happened?
What I said would happen. Look, Ollie, I don't go rabbiting on for the sake of it, you know. If I promise something, I deliver. You won't be having any more trouble from Dolly. That I can guarantee.
So how did you do that?
Oh, he sort of persuaded himself, you might say. So what about a little, drinkies, eh?
You'll have coffee and like it.
Sure.
I hope you weren't unwise enough to resort to violence with Dolman.
Nah, not me. You've got the wrong bloke. Violence? It's disgusting, that, isn't it? No, I just pointed out to him the error of his ways and, well, give him due credit. He saw it in a flash. I think we've got a reformed character on our hands there, I'll tell you.
I see. Well, if you have pulled it off, I think you'll find that both Sharon and Diane will be most grateful.
Oh, yeah. I pulled it off all right. If I promise something, I come across. Which reminds me, that little chat we had the other night, you know, that little business proposition I put to you, you've had time to think it over, have you? Oh, well, I can see you haven't. Well, look a bit sharpish, Squire. I hate to remind you, but I got a feeling time could be running out.
Hello.
Your supper's in the kitchen.
Thanks. Kevin not back?
No, not yet. He's going to be late. He's got a special job over at Castlewich.
Oh, he rang, did he?
About half an hour ago.
Mum, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
No, I know you didn't, love. Neither did I. I just want things for the best, that's all.
I know.
Right, so it's all forgiven and forgotten.
Yeah. Thanks, Mum.
Let's forget all about it then, eh? Yeah. And I'll go and see who that is.
Right.
Wally.
Oh, no.
Oh, Kath. How is it then?
Oh, I'm all right. You better come in.
Ah, lovely.
It's your Uncle Wally, Glenda.
Hello, love. How about a kiss?
Hello, Uncle Wally.
Surprised to see me, eh?
Not when I think about it. It was bound to happen the way things have been going.
Ah, well, it's great to be home.
Look, Wally.
What do you mean, home?
You've had a bit done to it, too. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Lovely. Yes, I've always looked on this place as my home, you know, Glenda. Always. You know the old saying? Where the heart is. Right. Well, I'll just go and get me bag then. I've left it out in porch.
That's all I needed.